Hi guys, Jim here back in the shop. I just wanted to record this and find out if anybody else is experiencing this problem. I don't think enough people are watching my videos that are probably building that are going to know or care, but thought I'd post it anyway. It's kind of my record of what's going on. But I've had a lot of stuff that seems to be oversized, and here's a good example. These are aileron torque tubes, the steel ones, the chromoly that go from the bell crank back to the aileron. And I had trouble with some of the stuff on the aluminum tube as well, but I thought I'd just show these. I think what's going on, if I measure these, and then these are 42 or 43, which if you do the math over here, and take the chromoly tubing, it's supposed to be 1/2 inch, and subtract 70 thousandths for the wall thickness. That's twice because that's it shows up on both sides. But anyway, so that gives you 43. Well, these things measure 43, and there's no way from a machinist perspective, if any of you guys are machinists watching this, that doesn't fit. That's not even a press fit. It's so damn tight, you'd never get it back apart. You could probably press it in there. And I've cleaned, I deburred. My first assumption would be, well, they got an awful lot of powder coat on these. So on the open ends where you get it, the powder coat goes in there an inch or so. But I checked it where it was cut, where I cut it, because they ship it to you 3 foot and you need 33 inches. So there's no powder coat in there. I deburred them really good. I deburred the ends of these things really good, and there's just no way. They're too big. These I think are actually the right size, but I think the chromoly is not to spec. It's a little bit, the wall thickness is too thick, or the tube is just a little undersized, or whatever it is. So my solution, I'm kind of curious about if anybody else is seeing this and you don't have a lathe. I don't know how in the hell you're solving it other than filing on these things all day long. It'd take you all day to get these down to size, and they won't be round when you're done. My first concern was I'm not sure how they're treated. These are steel fittings for the rod bearings, and I don't know what the treatment is on there, but if you pound them in there, it's going to gall and garf them up so bad that coating's not going to be there anymore. So I decided that that's probably the best way. I didn't want to, I could have taken the tubing and run the, shoot, I can't remember what the name of the stupid cutter is, but I could have thinned out the inside wall, but I didn't want to leave a ridge in here because that's going to be kind of a weak point, and it'd be tough to do without leaving that ridge in there. So I just drilled a hole and put threads on a piece of aluminum, and so I could thread this in and mount it in the lathe and turn it, and then I turned down the outside of these, and this is the one I've got in there now, and that's really snug. I had to tap it in there with a dead blow hammer. I'll be able to get it back out with this aluminum bar stock that I've been using, and it'll just tap that back out, and then I'll have to be real careful putting it back in there so that the holes line up when I'm ready to rivet the thing back together. I'll probably put it together wet with primer, and I'll have to be sure and get it lined up and get it in there before the primer starts to set up, or it's not going to fit. But that's my little dilemma for today. Anybody is seeing anything like this, I'd be happy to hear about it in the comments and see how you solved it. See you next time.